Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. Today is Wednesday, October the 12th, 2022. I am Joe Sarvati, affectionately known as Coach, and I am joined by the one and only Josh Crash Davis on this Hump Day Wednesday. How are you, Crash?
I'm doing well, Coach. I think this is the first baseball podcast we've done since last Saturday when I was at the event in the car.
Wow.
Yeah, because we didn't have a podcast Sunday. There was no baseball Monday. And then Deb did the podcast yesterday.
So you've been saving up all these winning plays just for today then, huh?
I hope so. I hope so. I wanted to fade Verlander yesterday, and I didn't do it, and I paid the price. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, I take part of the blame for that. I was all over the Verlander situation, but I've officially changed his name. So it's not Verlander on this podcast anymore. It's Verchoker. So there you go. That is his name.
Playoffs.
Yeah, playoff choker. And Deb told me straight out he chokes in the playoffs, and I disputed her claims and backed him up. And so he's Justin Verchoker from now on this podcast.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't even have a chance to watch your podcast yesterday, I'll be honest. So I just was kind of rolling with it real fast and went with Verlander, and I shouldn't have. I was going to go with Garrett Cole. I knew that was the right play, and I didn't do it. So here we are.
If you'd have told me ahead of time you didn't watch the podcast, I would have said I faded him and Deb insisted on playing. But I have a feeling some of the people here in chat would have called me out on that one.
Right.
But you know what's amazing though? Justin Verchoker still didn't bury my lineup on Yahoo though.
Oh wow, yeah.
Did you see my Yahoo winners I posted this morning?
I played all your Yahoo stuff. I sure did. Yep.
Good. Because it was, we got a bunch of homers from our guys, and we were able to overcome Verlander's minus 3.9 on there, not just for, to cash, but to a takedown or two.
Yeah.
So that was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to carry that momentum into today for sure. Anytime you can have a pitcher get completely blown up like that and still win. He did bury me on DraftKings and Fanduel, but Yahoo was phenomenal. So
yeah,
we will take it. Good morning, good afternoon I should say good afternoon. It's not morning anymore. Forget what time we were doing these podcasts. They move over all over the place because of the crazy baseball schedules. But you know what's cool for those that are on here? When NBA gets locked in here next week, we'll be 3:45 every day like clockwork. Yeah, we're going to be at that same time, and we're going to break down every NBA slate for the entire season. So good afternoon, Mr. Nathan Feudy. You are the champ today. Thank you for getting into the live chat first. Closely behind, David Dulac got snipped by 4 minutes. Nice try. Jim Parrish, even though it was only 12:40, finished third getting in here. Couldn't believe it. But hello to you guys. Rose is in here. Boy from Cali, of course. Tony A., how are you? Rodney Pollard is in the house. Mr. King of Smack is calling the shots. Aaron Sampson, how are you, sir? JT, and I think that's the initial group in here. So let's start out with the fact that this sucks because, Rico Harris. I think that's somebody new, Crash.
Yeah, I think that is. I don't remember that name. Yep.
Rico Harris, how are you, sir? Welcome to the family. You are now an official Coach Talk family member. Hope you're in here with us every day. The weather in Atlanta is the story of the day, and it makes everything very head scratching. So, what are your thoughts? Are you as concerned and down in the dumps about this game being played on time? What do you think is going to happen?
I think this game will play. I do. But yeah, it's definitely concerning. I mean, if this game doesn't play, then you don't have a 2-game slate, and then it goes to single game showdown slate, and it just kind of completely destroys everything. So
Exactly. And that's my concern is, in trying to build lineups, I'm scratching my head. What do we do here? I looked at the forecast. It looks very bad. I mean, it starts raining right before first pitch. Looks like it really pours for quite a while. So I don't know if they get the game in at all, to be honest with you. So like you said, if you are building lineups and then all of a sudden that blows up, they have to refund everybody all those contests, and you have to re-enter the single entry, the single game. It's just not a very conducive situation. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't particularly like it, but what can you do? It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I think the most, and King of Smack said what I was just going to say, read my mind. So what may happen and most likely chance would be a huge delay for hours, and maybe they play like 7-8 o'clock tonight. They start the game.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking may happen. But with that heavy of rain, it may just be moved, because they did build in some off days for some of these teams.
True.
As the playoffs go. So all I'm going to say is we'll approach this podcast as though both games are playing, and we will break it down that way, and then we'll go with the flow. We'll let everybody know in Discord, what we're doing. If we have to switch to a single game showdown, we will do that. We will be on top of it. And then for members, I will also be posting NBA preseason. Really good slate tonight. I think there's 8 games that start at 7. So I'll be following those closely. And when you play preseason, you got to follow it all night, because as the games lineups start coming out, then, sometimes you have to make some changes, but there's money to be made there, and there's some good contests. So we'll be playing that. And then if you're a golf player, the Zozo Championship is over in Japan. So I'm going to post those lineups at 7 tonight, because at 7:30, I believe, is the lock time tonight, because it's in Japan. Yeah. So it's going to catch people off guard there. Some people are going to have dummy lineups in there. So it's a good week to play golf. So we'll have all of those for our members here coming up for sure.
Looks like 7:50 Eastern is the lock time.
7:50. Okay. And I'll be posting those at 7. So we'll have some time there.
Yeah.
Joining us since we started chatting here, Joe K. How are you, my friend? I think I missed saying hello to you yesterday. So double hello today. Aloysius 5, one of my favorite names, Aloysius. I think it's just a cool name. Glad that you're in here with us. Lanuka A and Mr. Abraham Lincoln, thank you for your service, sir. Glad that you're in here with us. All right. We have to talk about these 2 games and get into it. We'll go through our picks like we always do, up, down, and fades, little stack action, and we'll do our Boom Fantasy picks. Now, what I want to say, though, statistics-wise, I mean, did you look at the breakdown for today? I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So, I mean, I don't know what to make of these numbers, other than I guess they don't matter. I mean, basically all 4 teams are stacked at about 50%. All the pitchers are like 47 to 53%. So there's no real leverage, no real huge advantage to a fade, no stack, scarcity one way or the other. I'll go through them real quick, Crash, but we might as well just get them out of the way, because they almost don't exist today.
Yeah.
So as of right now, on DraftKings stack wise, it's pretty hilarious. Ownership 25.4 for the Dodgers, 25.3 for Philly, 25 for Atlanta, and 24.3 for San Diego. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. Yeah.
I've never seen that before. So a little disparity on FanDuel. You've got 30.9 for the Dodgers, 26.7 for Philly, 22.6 Atlanta, and 20 for San Diego. So
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of a difference there, but not much. Yahoo, similar, tight 29, 28, 24, 19. Dodgers, Atlanta, Philly, San Diego. And then we're going to get it out of the way because it's so close. Pitching, Kyle Wright on DraftKings, 51.2 projected. Zach Wheeler, 51.2 projected. Clayton Kershaw, 50 even. And Yu Darvish, 47.7. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. Yeah.
So again, and there's no discernible difference on Yahoo. I will say on FanDuel, you got a little bit of a spread there because it's a one-pitcher site. Zach Wheeler at 34, Kyle Wright 24, Kershaw 22, and Darvish 19. So, but really, like I say, if whoever you feel is the guy tonight, whatever stack you feel is the stack, you really don't have to look at any leverage, any baloney like that at all, because it's all just squeezed in together. Yeah,
that is definitely is. Yeah, it's one thing I noticed too. And the other thing is with the weather. I mean, it may not even end up being anything like that. It may be completely different by the end of the night. So we just have to keep. This is very much an up in the air kind of a day. So,
well, I mean, the bottom line is those numbers hang in there. If that Atlanta game starts way late, which I think it will, and it's better that it starts late than being delayed in the middle.
True.
And then if it gets scratched, you just chuck those and it's a showdown slate. So we will, we're going to roll with it as it goes. I do want to ask people in chat, does my background look better today? I got some new lighting and I did a little tweaking getting ready for basketball here because I got a few more basketball things I'm going to put up in the background. So somebody let me know in chat if my background looks clear, better, brighter. Hopefully that it does. If it does not, and then I need to know that too, and I will continue to tweak it. All right, Crash, are you ready?
I am.
Game number 1 is that controversial weather game at 4:35 p.m. Eastern. I think it starts like at 8, but that's just my weatherman feeling it possible. It is a 67% chance of rain at first pitch, and we'll see as the day goes on, the night goes on, it does go down a little bit. This game could get postponed too, but we'll see. 9-mile-an-hour wind blowing in, temperatures fine, 71. 7.5's the total in Vegas, 3.47 implied for Philly, 4.03 for the Braves. Zach Wheeler, 8K. Kyle Wright, 6.7K. And we have 2 confirmed lineups, Crash, and then I'm going to let you break the game down.
Okay.
Schwarber, Hoskins, Realmuto, Harper, Castellanos, Bohm, Marsh, Segura, and Stott. So no changes there. Braves, Acuna, Swanson, Olson, Riley, d'Arnaud, Harris, Arcia, Ozuna, and Rosario. So there's your Atlanta lineup officially. What are you thinking in this game? Is this, considering both play, what are you looking to do?
Yeah, if they both play, Atlanta's my top stack. I mean, they have to win. They can't go back, to Philly down 2-0. I like the Braves. I think this is a get-right game for them. I know Wheeler's been tough, but of late he hasn't been quite as tough as he was earlier in the year. His strikeouts are down. So I like Rosario. I like Arcia, some of the value plays for the Braves. And then at the top, Acuna, Olson, d'Arnaud would probably be my favorites. But yeah, I like quite a few of the Braves. On the Philadelphia side, Castellanos has been swinging a pretty hot bat, so I like him, as well as Bryce Harper. And then for some value, I think you could look at a Bryson Stott, a Brandon Marsh, someone like that. So there are a few plays in this game that I definitely like. I feel like you kind of have to have, 3 or 4 plays at least from each game. Otherwise, you're going to be too top heavy one way or the other. So that's the way I'm looking.
Well, we're definitely on opposite ends of the spectrum in this one. So Sean V is looking at my notes. Sean, stop looking at my notes. And hello, by the way. I love Zach Wheeler. He's my favorite pitcher today. He owns the Braves. He's from Georgia, the Atlanta area, and he's always pitched well against them, and he's pitched well there. A lot of family gets to the games, friends. It's just one of those spots for him. And the fact that they were able to win game one and beat Freed, I think they're in great shape. I think Atlanta's in trouble. I think Wright's my fade pitcher. I'm not on the Wright bandwagon.
Yeah, I'm not on Wright. But.
And I think Philly's bats are just hot, and they're hot at the right time. And this is going to be a key game for me. That's why I'm really hoping that it plays, because not only am I playing Wheeler and fading Wright, but I will have a good 3 bats in there from Philly against Wright. And Rhys Hoskins is my home run call in this game. He's 3 for 11 is all against Mr. Wright, but he's hit a home run, couple extra base hits, a 1065 OPS, 633 slugging, 429 OBP, and I think he's due for a really good game. So this is a key game for me. I hope it plays, Crash. That's definitely going to be a differentiator for the slate.
Right. Yep.
All right. We're going to fire right on to game 2. And that, of course, is a game we won't have any weather issues. It's at 8:37 Eastern. It is the San Diego Padres, LA Dodgers. The total is 7 in Vegas, 2.92 implied for the Padres, 4.08 for the Dodgers. Yu Darvish, 7.5K against Clayton Kershaw. Of course, the veteran lefty at 8.6. 68 degrees in LA, little wind blowing out to right center as usual at about 11 miles an hour. So game 2, what are you looking at?
I am looking at Yu Darvish. He is my pitcher for this slate. I think that he's in a little bit better spot than Kershaw. I just have a feeling like I feel like the last 3 years or so that Kershaw started in the playoffs, he struggled. And the Padres were red hot coming into this series. And I think that they kind of, pick right back up and take game 2. But I don't think Kershaw is going to get shelled, but I just don't feel quite confident enough to pay up, the most for him as the highest pitcher. So, yeah.
Interesting. I am going with Kershaw. So we have the opposite lineups today, Crash. It's that.
Yeah, I'm trying to be contrarian today, like real contrarian. So that's probably part of it. I saw that Darvish was the least owned projected starter.
Well, I don't know if that's fair. I think everything's contrarian or chalk today because there's no real favoritism. Right. I mean, 47 to 51% ownership and all the stacks almost even. It really doesn't matter. I don't think you have to work hard to do that. And I think everybody's going to have differing opinions like we do. But I'm going Kershaw. I just experienced now. I will say he doesn't have the greatest record in the playoffs either. He has a tendency to get stung a little bit. So does that scare me after the vert choker yesterday? Yeah, a little bit. But I just think they're a better team. I think that, they're at home. They're going to go after this win hard. I like Kershaw today. And as far as my BVP, it's Trey Turner. He seems extremely locked in right now. And he's got some nice BVP against Darvish. 6 for 17, 3 extra base hits, a homer, 1,000 OPS, 647 slugging, 353 OBP and average. So I will get to some of those bats, sprinkle in some of the Philly expensive and cheaper, the Dodgers expensive and cheaper, and line it up for there. And then just those will be my 2 main teams today. I think really, if you want to take something down, you sort of have to draw the line in the sand and make a selection on one side or the other. I don't know if sprinkling in guys from all 4 teams, are going to work, because that means some of these pitchers are going to, get hit or do well, and you're not going to have them. So for me, it's my opinion is, if these games both play, you sort of commit to 2 sides, and then you try to make it work from there. And that's what I'm doing with Philly and the Dodgers today.
What do you think about using both pitchers from this game?
I think it's very doable. I have no problem ever using 2 pitchers from the same game. I've done it on a 15-game slate before. If you really think that game's going to be the low-scoring game and both pitchers are better than the other 2, which they very well may be, I don't think it's a problem.
Because my thinking is, what if Atlanta and Philly start, even if it's a late start, then it starts raining again, then the game gets delayed again, then they pull the pitchers. I mean, then you're stuck. So, I mean, that's a possibility. That does happen in rain games. So,
I mean, it's not an ideal situation. That's what makes this so tough today. But I've got a feeling, and I'm going to trust in the fact that they're either going to postpone that game or they're going to wait until they can play that game. So I'm not going to let that affect my initial build. I'm just going to build the way I think I can win it. And then if they cancel it, obviously they'll refund, and then you go to the showdown slate. But, is there an inherent risk if you do just play it and then all of a sudden they try to play the Atlanta game and it doesn't go? I mean, there is a strategy you can use if you want to go that route. I'm not, but if you just play that game super light and totally stack that later game and hope that that's how it plays out, that's a big advantage. And, it might be worth one lineup of GPP in doing that,
Yeah. Well, if the game does play, I'll say this. If the game plays tonight, Atlanta wins by at least 2 runs. That's my prediction.
I don't think so. I'm willing to make a hat bet here if you want.
Okay. I'm ready to do it. I mean, I'm very confident in Atlanta bouncing back tonight.
Okay. So
yeah,
for the next podcast, somebody will have the ball dome showing.
Yeah.
If Atlanta wins, I'll even give you the tie here. So if Atlanta wins by 2 runs or more, you win. If they win, has to be less than 2 runs. So they either win by 1 or lose, then I win.
Okay. I'm
fair.
That. Yep.
All right. You better get your shining cloth out.
Now, if they pitch if they play like 7 innings and the game's suspended or something like that, then then that's a little bit different. But if they play the full 9, then I'm willing to take that bet.
All right. Well, we'll say it has to go full game.
Okay.
That's the stipulation.
Yeah.
All right. Have your wife spit shine it for you so it's nice and sparkly. We'll see how it goes. I'll tell you what, Philadelphia sports is hot right now. Don't count them out of anything. Sixers looking good in preseason with Harden and all those dudes in place there. Of course, the Eagles undefeated. And, now you got this Phillies making a run in the playoffs. Good time to be a Philadelphia sports fan, I guess.
Yeah. That game's in Dallas, isn't it, Sunday?
I can't even talk about it. I'm so fired up for that game.
I think it's in Dallas. I might have to bet on the Cowboys. I have a feeling that they're going to win that game.
So. Oh, no. That could be a kiss of death call there. Good Lord. Don't do that to my Cowboys. All right. How about a review? Obviously, not hard to review on a 2-game slate where they may only play 1.
Yeah.
But it's Wheeler, Kershaw for me, right fade, Trey Turner, BVP, Hoskins, home run. I'm stacking up Philly and the Dodgers. How about you?
Okay. For me, I have the Braves and a whole bunch of one-offs. I mean, I might literally have like 4 Braves and 2 or 3 guys from the other 3, the other 2 teams. So that's I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place today with the plays because I'm just trying to get different and I'm trying to avoid the chalk. Also trying to keep the weather situation in mind. So it's a tough slate. I think this is going to be one of the
Well,
toughest.
it's the weather makes it tricky. If the weather somehow can hang in there, I really like this slate. We got to get that weather in there.
Yeah,
all right. I
like
want to
Trey Turner on the Dodgers, though. I will point that out. I like him a lot.
Say that again.
Trey Turner on the Dodgers.
Oh, okay.
I like him. Yeah.
Good. I want to thank our presenting sponsor, Boom Fantasy. We really do appreciate them. If you haven't tried them out yet, as you can see below us here, they 100% match you on that first deposit all the way up to $100. We have the link attached right here on YouTube. We have it attached on Twitter and on our website. So definitely check those out and give it a play. And here are a couple of winning plays, I hope. Zach Wheeler over 5 strikeouts is my first one. And I'm going to go with Kyle Wright over 4.5 hits allowed.
Okay.
So taking 2 pitching sides from that same game as my 2 picks for Boom today. How about you?
So Wheeler over 4 strikeouts, Kyle Wright over 4.5 hits allowed is yours.
That is correct, sir.
Okay. Mine is Rhys Hoskins more total bases than Kyle Schwarber, and Clayton Kershaw over 1.5 earned runs.
Okay. Interesting. I love that.
2 to 3. But like I said, I don't think he gets shelled, but I do think he allows 2 to 3 runs. So
makes perfect sense. No question about it. No doubt about it. All right, let's see here. What else? Is there any? I mean, this went so fast today. Anything else we need to cover?
I don't think so. I mean, we're 27 minutes in, so.
Oh, I guess that's not too bad. Anybody in chat have any questions? Everybody's just taking it in. Randy Rubach, how you doing?
I know one thing, Coach. Home run call, Manny Machado.
Manny Machado, okay.
Mm-hmm. Who's yours?
Mine is Rhys Hoskins, sir.
Okay, well that would
I love the Hoskins play.
My own play then.
Yep. Let's see. What about Crash's HR call? Oh, okay, Jim was reminding you. Gotcha.
Yep.
So annoying weather, no question about it. It sucks because I would love the slate. You never know. Maybe the winds blow there and it clears up. All right, I don't see any questions. I think it's pretty cut and dry today. Appreciate everybody jumping in. And again, for members, definitely get in Discord. You're gonna have to watch close because basketball preseason lineups will be coming out, but it won't be a ton of time before lock. And then, of course, with this weather situation, we may have to turn things on a dime, put up showdown. So it's definitely a day that we have to keep a close eye. No 2 brains today because of this situation. It's just useless. But we will have a 2 brains for you on Friday at the worst. So
okay.
All right.
We'd be remiss if we didn't talk about your guy Jordan Alvarez. Oh my gosh, that was unbelievable.
And he was in that winning Yahoo lineup too.
Yeah.
I need to send him a gift. That dude has made so much money for me this year. It's not even funny.
I just about fell off my couch watching that game. That was just that was incredible how that whole thing turned so fast. And then what in the world was he thinking bringing in Robbie Ray when he already had his closer in there? I knew that wasn't going to end well. That was not going to end well. You just see it coming. So
yeah. I was surprised, no doubt about it. But someone said tickets. Did we say tickets today? I'll give away a set of tickets.
Sure, why not?
Why not? All right, I'm going to hit the button here. Winner, don't forget, because some people forget, as soon as I call your name, you need to get on Twitter at DFS Coach Talk, DM us. All I need is your PayPal email. Boom, you're going to get the tickets. And follow us on Twitter. I've been giving away tickets for those that like and retweet our stuff. So please do that. Also on YouTube here, if you haven't already, because I don't see that everybody's done that, hit the thumbs up. This is in front of the paywall. And we have a good 10, 15 people that watch every day that aren't members. So the way that you can say thank you to Coach Talk is by hitting the thumbs up, hitting that subscribe button, and then click the little alert in the corner so you know when I'll podcast post. Also, if you're on Twitter, like and retweet it. We also appreciate that. And join us with the Lucas Special. Basketball starts on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
And we would love to have you. The winner is the ex-president of the United States of America, Mr. Abraham Lincoln. Abe Lincoln, you are the winner of 2 of the $3 Millie Maker tickets. And all we ask you to do is win it and shout us out with that $1 million winner. Congratulations. Salutations to the family, Fear Money Entertainment LLC. I see a new person, Tim Joday. How are you, Tim Joday?
Welcome.
Be with us every day, man. We're going to have maybe you'll win one of these free ticket combos.
Like
so
Tim Joe Dre is the name.
Oh,
Tim
I missed the R.
Yeah.
I'm famous for screwing up names in there. Tim Joe Dre. How are you?
Yep.
All right, Alan. Dylan Danucci. Let's see here. Dylan
Danucci.
Yeah. Or Danusial.
Or Danusial. Danusial? I don't know. Something like that.
I think so. We're going to say Dylan Danusial, but I really am appreciative of the new listeners. This is great. Great stuff. We're building it up. We're going to have big, we always get like 100 people in these for NBA. And so start getting in line with those because we're going to be giving away some stuff throughout the season. We're also going to start giving away during basketball some Coach Talk gear. We have some hats, shirts, sweats. We got some really cool stuff.
The Bucks are playing on ESPN tonight, Coach. Did you know that?
Who is?
The Bucks. They're playing the Nets on ESPN.
Oh, are they really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've got the tickets. I've been watching all the preseason games.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of knowledge out of scouting those. And there's 8 games tonight. So I'll be flipping all over the place.
They could have that all, whatever you want to call it, lineup like they did last night. All scrubs or whatever. Man, that lineup was unreal.
Yeah, Mamu came through for us. He had a nice game.
He did. Yeah.
He did. All right, my friend. I think that is it. Welcome to all the new folks. Thank you for jumping in, and all of our regulars. Appreciate all of you. See who gets to the table the fastest tomorrow. See if anybody can unseat Mr. Nathan Feudy here as the fastest gun in the West.
Do your anti-rain dances, whatever that would be, tonight, and hopefully we can get 2 games in.
Yeah, definitely. Might not be a bad idea now that I'm thinking about it to jump in one of those solo contests for the late game, as just in case, things go sideways. So Garage Junkie Productions, you missed it. What is going on, man? You can re-listen to it as soon as we're done here. It'll post on YouTube in about 5 minutes. So you have plenty of time to re-listen. But thank you for jumping in, man. Appreciate it. And as he always says, gently caress that thumbs up button.
Right.
Because we appreciate it.
We do.
All right, everybody. Have a great day. Enjoy it. Tomorrow is Thursday. Is that, am I solo tomorrow, Crash?
No, I'll be here.
You're with me. All right. Excellent. All right, my friend. One of us may win here since we're on opposite ends of the table tonight. So hopefully somebody's going to be feeling good about it. Worst case scenario would be if it splits down the middle where one of us is right about each game. So I'd rather have me be right about both or you be right about both. So hopefully it's all or nothing for one of us here. All right, folks, have a great remaining day of your Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow when we look to crush it in MLB, DFS, and boom, fantasy.